Hey kiddos, how are you? I am pretty good. I've got something to tell you. I have got two different books here. These are two different kinds of books, and they were written by two different people. This book is a storybook, and storybooks tell a story about something that happened. This book was written by somebody named Natasha Wing. She wrote this storybook. Then we have this book right here. This is a teaching book. This book is titled Planets, and this book teaches us all about planets. It was written by somebody named Elizabeth Carney. Let's take a look at this book really quick. The author, Elizabeth Carney, wrote this book because she knows a lot about planets. Look at this. Do you see how she wrote some words all about planets? And then she put pictures in her book that match the words. She even has labels here so we know what her pictures are. Let's look at another page. Oh, look at this one. On this page, she did the same thing too. She wrote a bunch of words all about planets. She has a picture where she wrote labels as well. So that's what writers do. They write things. And this year, kindergartners, you are going to write things too. Did you know it's not just grown-ups that write books? Did you know kids can do it too? You'll get to do that. In fact, during this time, I'm going to call you writers because that's what you are. You are writers. Grown-ups can write, kids can write too. So writers, every day we're going to gather. It might be a video like this. It might be on Zoom. Maybe someday it'll be in person. But we are going to gather together every day to learn about writing. We're going to call this special time Writing Workshop. Just like we have Reading Workshop, we'll have a Writing Workshop every day. So again, today I want to teach you that it's not just grown-ups that can write. Kids can do it too. And that's what we are going to do today. Today, and for a little while, we are going to spend writing workshop time making books about things that we know a lot about. We're going to make our very own teaching books. So let's get started. Watch me do a little bit of mine, and then you will be able to do your very own writing as well. So the first thing that I'm going to do is think of a few things that I know a lot about. What do I know a lot about? Well, I know a lot about dogs because I have a dog. So I could definitely teach people about dogs and about walking them and feeding them. What else do I know a lot about? See, dogs. Oh, I know a lot about baking. I love to bake and I love to do it with my kids. So I could definitely write a book about that, teach people about baking. Oh, I also know a lot about gardens. I used to have one. I had to tear it down though when I got a dog, but I do know a lot about gardens. What do I want to write about today? I think I'm going to go ahead and write about gardens because I know a lot about them. All right, let me get started. I've got some paper here and I've got my crayons. Let's see. I think I know how to begin. I'm going to start with my picture. Well, I happen to know a lot about growing tomatoes. There was one summer, I think it was 2 years ago, we grew lots and lots of tomatoes. They were everywhere. Let me draw a tomato plant really quick. I think I'm going to green. I know that tomato plant was really, really tall. I remember that. It grew way up and it kind of branched out everywhere. Do you see how I'm drawing that picture? Some of the vines were so heavy they started to kind of tip down. Can you see that? There we go. I need red for the tomatoes. This plant had really big tomatoes, so I'm going to draw some of those really big ones. Can you see my picture? I'm going to draw a really big one down here. That's the one that was so big it was making the plant kind of droop down. Okay, and when I have some more time, I can go back and add some more tomatoes. And let me see. Oh, I know one of the important things about growing tomatoes is that they require a lot of water. I had to water them a lot, especially that summer that we grew them. It was extra hot outside, so they needed extra water. So I'm going to teach my readers that you have to water them a lot. So here is a picture of my watering can. And it had a big handle so I could carry it. And I remember that the kids kind of had a hard time carrying that water can, especially when it was full of water. Let's see. I'm going to use, I think, my black crayon to try to write some words. Will you help me? All right, I think I'm going to try to write the word tomato plant. Tomato plant. There we go. So take a look at my picture here. I wrote some words, tomato plant, and I drew a picture, way over here, of my tomato plant and my watering can. Writers, I want you to give that a try today. Go get some paper and some crayons or whatever you have at home. Draw a picture of something that you know a lot about, something that you could teach us. Draw a picture and try to write the words too. Are you thinking about the things that you know a lot about? Maybe you're even listing them across your fingers like I did. Remember I said, I know a lot about dogs. I know a lot about baking. I know about gardens. Give that a try. Maybe you're thinking about things that you know too. Maybe it's even things that you play with, like Legos or blocks, or maybe riding bikes. Do you have your idea? I bet you have lots of ideas. And that's great because we're going to be writing every day. So your job for right now is to pick one of those things that you know a lot about. Get your paper, get your crayons or whatever it is that you want to write with, and start that. Draw your picture and try to write some words. What are you going to teach us about today? I can't wait to read it when we get back together. Go get started and have fun. I'll see you later.